So I am an Alliance Party councillor in Uri Morningdown Council in Northern Ireland, and also the founder of the UBI Lab Northern Ireland, which I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, was the 10th UBI Lab as part of the wider network, bringing us into the double digits a few months ago. I also have a background in international development, so my interest in basic income really came from looking at the impact of cash transfers and the positive impact they had on poverty. I'm also proud to say that my alma mater is Sheffield University, so it's been fantastic to see Sheffield emerge as a real thought leader on basic income, having produced the lab and so many of the participants here today. But 2 years ago, I also started a PhD on basic income. So I'm a bit of a UBI nerd in that respect, but my research specifically looks at the impact a UBI might have on conflict transformation in post-conflict societies. So obviously taking Northern Ireland as a case study in that, and as to whether a UBI could help address some of the unaddressed economic issues emanating from the Troubles. So beyond that, we have a much greater need for UBI in Northern Ireland, not just the legacy of the conflict. We're also still one of the poorest regions in Northern Europe, and we will likely be one of the most badly affected regions by the impact of COVID, the end of the job retention scheme, and also, as any of the parliamentarians here today speaking on the internal markets will know, by Brexit as well. So we have a whole host of challenges coming down the line that I think a UBI can help with. Some of the issues specific to the legacy of the conflict that I believe a UBI can help address. And whilst it won't address all of the issues, there are a number that I think, based on the trials that we've seen across the world, it can really have an impact on. So in particular, I believe that UBI can be a real peace dividend that can actually help everyone in society. We've seen that it can improve opportunities for young people, for example, keeping them in education like it did in Canada. And I believe in Northern Ireland could keep them away from the lure of paramilitarism. It is also shown in several trials that it has reduced crime. I think it could have a positive impact on crime in general in Northern Ireland, but also on that organised paramilitary crime, which is actually increasing over the last few years. It is consistently shown that it improves mental health and well-being, and indeed Northern Ireland faces a chronic intergenerational mental health crisis at the moment, where actually more people have died by suicide since the Good Friday Agreement than died throughout the entirety of the conflict. But perhaps most importantly, there's this idea that UBI, through giving people more freedom and opportunity, can build up social bonds and increase societal trust. And whilst that is somewhat intangible, I think it's a really core goal of the UBI project, and in Northern Ireland could help to bring people in a divided society together. And we have some real momentum for UBI in Northern Ireland right now. We've had 3 councils over the last 3 months that have backed the idea, 2 of which have backed a trial into it. So as part of my work in the UBI lab, I've just finished off the first draft of a proposal for a trial. We have nabbed a little bit from the Sheffield proposal and from the Scottish one as well, but we've put our own unique Northern Irish spin on it. So that should be published in the next 2 weeks, so please do keep an eye out for that. I just want to conclude by saying it's a real honour to be part of such a great group of people, and I'm very excited to see what we accomplish in the coming months at a time when the need for radical yet workable alternatives like UBI has never been greater. And finally, I want to say thank you to those who've really done the heavy lifting behind the scenes on pulling this together, those in the UBI Lab network and the basic income conversation in particular. Michael, Johnny, Sam, James, Chiwe, all of you that have had a role in this, thank you.